All right, we are live. Is it episode 31? I don't have an update today. I'm saying it's episode 31.
Maybe a little more than
I
that.
have a feeling. Wasn't it 30 last time? Well, anyway, we're going to jump right in. We have a full Dave and Dave show today, but we are starting off with our biggest news. We don't make changes here often with who we partner with.
No, we don't.
Hardly ever. So we are super excited. I haven't been this excited in a while to introduce our newest partner, WFG. What does WFG stand for?
Wilson Financial Group.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to go World Financial.
No, not the World Financial. Wilson. So that's our founder, Pat Stone's originally from Williston, North Dakota.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice hot place. Well, probably -5 there this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's give a little background on how this came about. So we are relationship based. You guys know that. We say this all the time. And we watch, especially him. He doesn't miss a thing. And
He's saying I'm a stalker.
You're very observant.
Yes, I am.
The secret stuff.
Exactly.
We had been hearing little tidbits. You've been hearing about it, WFG, seeing some escrows come through. I've been noticing some technology that's associated with, I guess, a sister company and your wife. I've been watching that. And we've been kind of seeing it, and then our agents started reaching out to us.
Our agents started saying, "Get this one in." Mm-hmm.
You know,
and we're agent based and giving them everything we can. And then Esmeralda made a change, so.
And also, if you can pan without hurting the video, we're gonna not bring him on. He's in. Even though we're in the glass room, he's quarantined out, the Henry Buchanan. So between Henry and Ez, we've known them a long time. Probably, I've known Henry since my 20s.
I think you had hair.
I did. Henry's one of the few people who has things on me that I could kill him about. So, and thank God I have twice as much on him.
Well, that creates a good relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very trusting.
And then we've been hearing so much about you. Just off the top of my head, I know Jim Fung speaks so highly of you.
Suzette
Hill.
And of course our manager Jennifer Hill did a happy dance when I came in.
She did.
And told them that you
Dawn
were
Bomber.
Yes.
I know Doug Thompson. So it was just a synergistic feel, just to talk and sit down. Then when we found out how you guys are implementing technology into your escrows, what is it called? My Home. This is on fire. I mean, you want to talk a little bit about that, or you want to do an introduction, or
My Home, the My Home platform. So WFG, we pride ourselves on marketing solutions, technology solutions. It's one of the reasons why Esmeralda did come over with us, because she wanted to offer something new to her clients and her relationships. Incredibly important with everything that's changing within the real estate industry as a whole. So many things are, we're the tech enabling the agent kind of deal. And the same thing within the title and mortgage world is we want to make sure we have technology that enables us to be able to build stronger relationships, to be able to do more business and give our clients the best experience. That's how we ended up developing My Home, is we wanted to give clients the best possible service by having a transparent dashboard, similar to your Amazon tracker, your Domino's pizza tracker, your Uber coming up to your doorstep. All of that we've grown accustomed to having a transparent process, whether it's a package or a pizza. We also wanted to have that same experience, which is quite frankly the most important buying experience our clients are ever going to have, and that's a home. And so we wanted
a little bit more important than getting a taxi or getting Uber Eats, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And so that's what we've created with that dashboard, the My Home marketing suite. It actually won at Inman. It ended up being the runner-up, second place for most innovative technology product for 2018.
Which, coming from an escrow and title company, which is probably one of the least sexy industries out there, is super impressive.
Popular.
And everyone says, like, you know, you hear, like, we have an online system, you hear from everyone. Every real estate company, I got a back office, it's like blah, blah, blah. But what you guys are bringing, you're taking it to the next level, right? So something as simple as not an escrow, a home recording, right?
Yep.
And that really janky process of the email back and forth, right? This is like immediate.
Yep. So everything is notification based. So we're accustomed to push notifications, text, email,
Yep.
those kind of things. Communication, one of the things we hear, and you hear this all the time,
Right.
is what's the biggest complaint we hear from real estate agents or clients when it comes to the escrow process?
Communicating, being able to get a hold of the escrow officer.
Mm-hmm.
So this simplifies that process for you guys to have access at the finger, you know, the tips of your hand. I mean, you just literally just tap.
So when I described it, because I got all excited when I saw it, I said to the agents, what do? We waste so much time. We call escrow, we call the client, we tell them this is happening, blah, 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 blah. Now it's push a button, get on the screen, it'll tell you everything going on, not only closing, but where you are, has this been ordered, everything to the T. So your client could go on,
Yeah.
Everybody.
and everyone in the transaction could go on, and the push of a button, you will know exactly where your escrow is. Less calls to your company, less calls to you, less calls to us. Everything's done in a streamlined way, and it's not like, oh, the escrow officer went on vacation, she just had a baby, ooh, she's puking in the bed. No, you just go online, click a button, and it's done. That's the part I absolutely love about that.
Yeah, so it's got everything. It's called My Home. And have you guys started with the pop-up videos yet? Is that coming?
The pop-up videos for our market will be, we're actually filming all of our escrow officers here in the next 60 days, and they will have the pop-up videos introducing themselves to your guys' clients. So we eliminate the anxiety of walking into your signing and never actually meeting your escrow officer that you're going to be, you know, signing all these papers with. So
Tell you what, that's Urban Nest goals, and you know you're talking to the right people when they're showing you a product for their company that you're already in the works of trying to emulate, right? So, I mean, on point. Now, I want to bring it back to the people. You could have the best system in the world, the best, you three, awesome. And if you don't have kick-ass escrow officers, none of this matters, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because then you would just have everything but what we really do. Now, you do. I can personally vouch for Erin Frey. She's amazing. Erin's out of Green Valley, but it doesn't matter where, right?
it doesn't matter. No.
So,
It surely doesn't when it's all automated.
Yeah.
Angie has used Erin on or two transactions. It went seamless. And then,
I love hearing that.
fantastic. So for the Urban Nest agents, and anyone out there, but especially Urban Nest, that's definitely someone you want to look into. And then, I don't say her name right, but I know Jim Fong uses Maria, right?
Yeah, Maria Trugeler. Yeah.
Trugeler?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just like it's spelled.
Trugeler.
Trugeler. So again, she's out of Southwest,
Yes,
Yeah.
out of the Southwest. Like
That's a long name when they had to tell you to write your name.
but it's spelled
I
exactly
see.
like
It's
like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fifth grader would spell
But
it.
there's
right?
another name after that.
So I don't know a lot about her, but you guys tell us about Janine Santos.
yes.
Yeah, so Janine, she has been in the industry for a long time, and I call her the investor wholesaler queen. I mean,
Nice.
if you talk to any of the investors or wholesalers in town, or even in Phoenix, she works with some of our Phoenix clients, her knowledge set when it comes specifically, I mean, she could do all kinds of business, but those kind of deals that can be a little more complicated, Janine is amazing resource for that clientele. And again, she can do anything. She can do Summerlin, Southwest. She'll sign your clients anywhere you want as well. So
That's huge because, especially with you being in here, a lot of situations in the past we've known of escrow officers, or excuse me, whatever your actual title is.
That was just sales rep.
A sales rep, but she's more than a sales rep. But
much more.
VP. That's
concierge of escrow services. So if she doesn't have a team behind her, it's like sending you into jungle without a gun, right?
Exactly.
You have to have multiple options of just rock stars ready to go. You know, not everybody, even with us at Urban Nest, you have my father, myself, Georgia, Jennifer. different personalities mesh with different people,
Yeah.
right? Some people don't want exactly what they need to hear right away, so they go to him, right?
And I ease them into it. I'm more genteel than
You pick
are.
the lock, I break the door down, right? So,
I find the key.
yeah,
You break the
I
door.
break the door down. I can pick the lock
This,
every
by
night.
the way,
This is, yeah, it is what it is.
A
It's winter.
40-year-old stuff.
It's winter, yes. So,
You should go to Carson. You'd fit right in with all that stuff.
Angie says I look like I'm gonna murder somebody, and turns her on. She likes it. So when your wife says it looks good, you keep it.
Yeah, that is the truth.
All right. So this is just so we already have a team that we know, like, and trust. Number one, we have escrow officers that are rock stars. Boom, fantastic, right? We have a back end office, which are my home, that is innovative and making the process easier. Check. And then lastly, you're gonna be bringing in through West.
West, yeah.
West will be bringing
Company, we get the opportunity to use their resources.
Beautiful. That's a great way. They're going to be doing a lot of social media and web-based learning training for our agents, which is tremendous. Because, I mean, Jocelyn, I wanted to sneak in the back. You know, it's tough for him and I to sneak into a room and watch, especially in the real estate industry. But just all, like, I know Instagram. You know, being a 41-year-old, my wife uses it a lot, but not like on Facebook, I feel like I can make Facebook run. Like I can do whatever I want, make it happen. Instagram is still a learning curve, and even Facebook targeted ads. Like, it's nice to know that there's another resource that you guys are going to be able to bring to the table.
So what are some of the classes that we're going to be having? Just to get an idea. Put you on the spot, Michael.
We got them right here.
Yeah, so Jocelyn's been doing a lot of Instagram classes. So she'll do some Instagram classes, but even specifically for Urban Nest, she does have a couple classes that she'll be rolling out that integrate with tools that you guys are already using, whether that's Cloud CMA and some of the other products and tools. So we're going to be doing not only is she going to be doing social media classes like Instagram, Facebook free marketing, content strategies, video marketing, digital advertising, follow up and follow through.
This I never would have thought is coming on so strong. LinkedIn,
it
big
has
time,
been.
right?
Absolutely, yeah. LinkedIn, lead conversion. I mean, a lot of people are generating leads.
Yeah.
We've been out there, seeing agents, generate leads. But what's our biggest issue that some of our agents are encountering is converting those leads and turning it into closed business. So we have a whole, Jocelyn has a whole series that she does on lead conversion that a lot of people like.
And then hold these back. There's a couple of goodies that we're gonna hold back for Urban Nest. All right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's huge, right?
Huge. It's what we need, what we learn, what we do to get more business, to, like you say, close more business. And you guys are offering all that to us. So this is something that excites me, because our goal is always to get the agent to close more.
I was just talking to an agent this morning, and the word commitment to quality came out of my mouth. It just came out. It flowed. And I was like, this is the type of thing that is going to get us to our goal. And that's that 500 transactions for 500 agents in our cap. The agent count game is over. The transaction and the amount of business and the quality of the business that our agents are doing is now the new thing. And you guys are going to be able to support and help our agents get there. And so every decision we make moving forward, it already has been that, but we are going to be hyper-focused on that, right? Because that just becomes a...
I think I'm going to sit in the back of some of our classes. I'm going to be an old techie man instead of just an old man.
What'll be nice is when you say, like, happy birthday Esmeralda on your own page, and you don't tag her, and it's just your own post, and no one even knows.
I like that. That's individual.
It's coming up.
Or you're like, this was me, Dave, and Angie in 2015, and there's no picture, right? Like,
a few things. Some are successful, but yesterday I was successful.
I gotta tell you, you do a really good job. A lot of people give up and they don't try whatsoever to tackle social media.
Never quit.
He is our director of Facebook marketing.
Yeah. Better than the name you gave Henry.
These are Rex well.
Oh, that's what Azim named you, right?
Yes.
So effective immediately, they are ready to start opening escrows. Stay here for this next thing. Wes Friedman was in the what is that called?
The lobby.
The lobby.
Who's 40 years old?
41. He was in the lobby.
Stop aging me, all right?
And we were having a conversation, and they walked in, and you know, we've been having this January conversation throughout the industry. I have really good friends who own other companies, and Wes is a mortgage guy. I'm sure you guys is entitled and escrow. January was terrible across the industry, and you got Wes, who is one of the most successful mortgage people I ever know, one of the most consistent, productive, and successful. And he's like, man, January made me question everything. And I was like, the insecurity of the real estate industry as a whole is unbelievable. I mean, you could be the most productive.
It's sales.
Is it sales?
You're only good as your last month. You know?
Oh my God! And it blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I've got to the point and our numbers are good. Like I look at the last 4 years, and January is just historically terrible.
Yeah.
Now, given December was really bad compared to past months for everybody. And
I believe a lot of the circumstances. I don't believe these government shutdowns help us.
No.
It takes away consumer confidence.
Agree.
And
Right.
after it was back on, the sales now for this month are starting to get better and better. So,
Are you guys seeing
we need
a
the process of-
rise in openings?
We about the
Activity for sure.
second week in January,
Yeah.
we
That's
saw
right.
an incredible increase in our openings.
Yeah.
And so actually, just yesterday, we ended up having our second highest opening day. So we are seeing an increase. I don't know if it's a lot of the changes we're having, but I think it's changes, and I think the market is
It's a
starting
little
to
bit
get
of both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a combo of both.
We
I
have to talk-
watched
oh, sorry.
the hours, just hours, and then the city, and in the second week of January, hours started popping up. And then I noticed that the whole city started getting better. So it's
Yeah,
a trend.
we're the third. Just if you go by branch wise, we have the third most open escrows, and the two branches above us have like 200 more agents than us, and we're rapidly approaching the second most open escrows.
That's awesome.
So that's good. Realtor.com just came out with a study. I don't know if you saw it. They tried to predict who's going to have the biggest appreciation this year. We came in second.
again.
To
Wow.
Michigan,
To
I think
Michigan.
Grand Rapids, right?
Yeah, Grand Rapids.
Wow.
That's good news.
And just I don't have the actual slide. We did it a couple of Dave shows before, but it showed how
Slow natural appreciation.
high we are above where we were in 2005, and
Yeah.
we were only like a couple of percent higher. So the beauty was that we're still undervalued, which is amazing after 12 years or 13 years. Like, so when we went up and we took the dip and we came back up, we didn't exceed where we were. We exceeded it in pockets of our markets,
Yeah.
Mhm.
whereas other markets went down a little bit and far exceeded where they were.
I saw that one too. I know that Las Vegas was about like 9.5%. I think it was like, look at Idaho. The
Mhm.
Boise market was 89%.
It was
Oh, wow.
insane.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
immediately he got the same exact takeaway. It was, let's buy. I mean, would you buy rentals right now?
If I was 30 years younger, absolutely.
How about you? Would you buy rentals right now?
Flips.
Would you, yeah, you know, actually,
If the price is right and what I'm looking for as far as to netting, yeah.
All right, you want me to give you my unscientific way of I'm trying to find the slide. The unscientific way of knowing if it's an overinflated market. If prices dropped 5% tomorrow, would you be all over every house?
Yes.
If they dropped, so if a $300,000 house went down 15,000 in value,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because 10% is 30. If it went down to 285, would you be jumping and buying immediately
Mm-hmm.
because you see the? All right, so that's kind of a very unscientific way because everyone worries about the market dropping 5%, 10%, 15%, and I think if we dropped 5%, 10%, 15%, that every investor known to man
From all over
would
the
be
country.
every flipper,
Right.
and you could still make a great money on flipping.
yeah.
You just have to be smart, and so these are indicators that we're still not vast overpriced. New homes, they're starting to figure it out a little bit.
Way above.
A little correction, needed correction for them. A little awakening, and I love my new home people, so I'm not coming after you. But you need to be called out a little bit. So,
Well, how much is that lot premium? $450,000. Oh, I could buy a house for the lot premium.
Yeah, I'm getting started on co-ops and incentives as well. So,
Right.
so yeah, I thought the insecurity of our industry was kind of funny when we were talking about it, because I get the privilege. One of my roles, I get to sit down and have lunch with our top producers, and you gotta love. Here's the mindset of top producers, which I think is such a double-edged sword, but it's one of the major reasons why they're so successful. Is they're so concerned on their next month and next month, even though they're producing at amazing levels. I think they're more concerned on continuing to produce at that level than someone who maybe isn't a top producer. So you never get that.
They have to live up to their reputation.
Which, you know what? That's great, because you set a standard for yourself that you have to continually hit over and over again. But the downside is the insecurity, right?
Insecurity.
Right?
It's true.
And you have to know how to deal with the bottom. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you guys are part of us. I haven't been this excited in a long time.
You guys want to add anything? You want to talk?
Hey, we look forward to working with you guys and attend our classes. We're here to serve you. And hey, if you have an escrow, send it our way so we can demonstrate it from the escrow side to the sell side. And hey, we're excited to be here and be partners with the Tinas and with Michael and Henry, and you have a whole entourage of the best.
And you're not owned by a real estate company, correct?
We're not owned by a real estate company.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
And we're an underwriter. Some people don't
really?
understand that we're a national underwriter as well.
So you're underwriting your own stuff?
Underwriting our own stuff. We're the fastest growing underwriter, 9-year-old company, 6th largest, continuing to move up. So
I love it.
Yeah.
So for those who don't understand, what does that mean to them in an escrow that you're an underwriter?
We don't have to ship away our deals to another company to be able to sign on their paper. We sign on our own paper, and so that's what we get to make our decisions happen quicker. Our fees are competitive, all because you work with a national underwriter.
You insure yourself.
We
right?
insure ourselves, yeah.
It's the difference of a bank and a broker, right? A broker will go to multiple banks. They don't get to make the decision. The bank makes the decision. Rather, when you go directly to the bank, it's their money. They make the decision. Same thing, right?
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah. And the difference of owned title company or not, some title companies out there have pieces of them owned by real estate companies.
Yeah.
This is not the case. So there's just a very clear-minded way of dealing with.
We don't want to compete with our agents.
Exactly.
With our partners.
That's a great way
That
to
is
put
the
it.
way to put it.
And we know
We
it's
feel the same way.
is it bilateral I'm looking for? Unilateral is bad or unilateral is good?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? Unilateral transaction? Whatever. It's I think it's bilateral, like bipartisan, bilateral. Anyway, forget it.
Sounds good to me.
Eric.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anyone taking sides.
I'm going
on it.
lateral.
So we owned our own title.
Yes.
So we can record it and everything.
If you're with the Nest, you know Ezzy, reach out to her, give him a shot. Erin, Maria, Janine, give him a chance. And then if you have any problems whatsoever, you can reach out to Michael. If you have really, really, really bad issues that no one wants to deal with, reach out to Henry. He'll take care of you. And that's it. We're excited, guys.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Take care.
Poor Henry's in the cave. Not me.
What did I get myself into?
Yeah.
Henry, he loves it.
Alright.
All right,
Thanks.
so
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good job, everybody. Good job.
we have 2 more things to talk about, and then we are done. So we just got news today of, well, I wanted to talk about this already. Do you have a broker prenup? In our contract, we have a prenuptial agreement. Not a true prenuptial agreement. You want to explain what a prenuptial agreement is in real estate?
Okay, so here's the prenup. If you marry me, we love you, and we're gonna have a lot of fun and be very successful.
And if we divorce,
If we divorce, you are free, meaning we hand you your license, not mail it to you. If your listings are not in escrow, we sign them over to you. we pay you exactly the same as if you were working here on the escrows that you have open. You do not lose a single dollar leaving us, and the relationship does not spoil in any way.
So he's talking about the post-nup. The prenup, though, and this is what you need to do a little audit of your relationship with agents, not with your broker. Let me put this in a way that's not going to get me in trouble.
Just gonna say,
here's what a prenup should look like for you in any real estate when you decide on your broker. Number one, use your own email. We encourage our agents not to have Urban Nest in their email, right?
It's a lifelong commitment. I use my email for 4 different companies.
It's your business, right? We may be the broker, your broker may be the broker, but you want to have control over who's reading your emails. Gmail's probably already reading your emails, but have control of your own email. If you want to get a domain name, you can have, for instance, dave@davetina.com, not dave@urbannest.gmail, dave@davetina.com or davidartina@gmail.com. Control your business. Same thing with your domain name. Make sure your domain is you. You own it, you control it, and it has your name in it. Listen, we are very flattered if you love Urban Nest and you want to have it in your domain, but no one can control the future. You may have this email for 20 years. It may one day be Nest Realty. Who knows?
It's like you see a lot of the agents, Julia at Century C21, because she started there 25 years ago and it's in her email, and now she's no longer with Century C21.
So if your company provides that domain, they have every right to read it. We made this mistake in the past. We took emails, and I'm sure that the owner is still responding to those emails under our name.
And read those emails.
And read them. So your own domain, your own email. That's super important.
And I also think that I'm talking about a prenup as far as listings. I know many agents that wrote in their contract before they joined the company that I will take my listings with. Even in the companies that they don't let you, they wrote it in and were able to take their stuff.
Listen, brokers and us, we should have nothing to lose, right? I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's your business. It's your database, right? It's your stuff. It should be yours. You shouldn't be held hostage. I'm talking to a guy at another company, does 20 transactions. He's dying to come over here, but he's so afraid to leave his company because he knows when he leaves, they're going to take his commission.
But that's intentional.
And then just cut it.
But that's intentional. They do that on purpose.
That same company just announced that they will no longer... you don't know what company I'm talking about.
You will if you say that. I just read that. Don't even go there. The point is that what you could do with a prenup, what Dave is saying, is you could put my commission split will not change if I leave. I could take my ER listings that are available with me. That's the point. Before you sign on the dotted line, protect yourself as an agent and be free. It's your business. It's your money. You're the one that puts all the marketing dollars in. Protect yourself before you sign on the dotted line.
If my relationship with Angie is a marriage, right? Mm-hmm. If I tried to control her, right? Her whole life would be, how do I get out of this relationship? The more freedom, the more respect we have for each other.
Of course. In the beginning, though, if she was naive and young and didn't know, it wouldn't sound bad. It sounds bad after you become part of it. Even if the relationship is good, the fact that you know you're trapped makes the relationship bad.
At the very least, out of every other thing that we offer at Urban Nest and who my father represents as a man and who I represent as a man, this alone should be what you expect of the relationships. You don't have to be here. We're only taking 500 agents, only 70-something spots left. But you gotta at least be empowered to have control over your relationship. And that control looks like my email, my domain name, my database solution, because your back office, what happens to all your names and numbers and your referrals and all that if you leave your company? Do they take those? Do they reach out to the clients? You have to be able to control your destiny. So be very wary if someone's offering you a free email, a free website, a free CRM. Just
free leads that they claim.
just be smart. Even your signs, your open house signs and your signs, they need to have your information and your phone number on it and your website, not the company's website. Don't give away your buyer leads and things like that. Make sure you control your business.
And I'll interject a little something so you know you're not on this end.
What?
Dave and I have a good habit of each taking, we have 7 coming this week, so it's more like 67 spots are left.
Oh.
7 are joining this week, even after we let those agents go that didn't pay their dues and not taking them back. It's going to be 60-something after this week.
Beautiful. Which completely brings me back into commitment to quality. We have some information. We're not only capping the amount of agents we have at 500, we're actually capping the amount of new agents. So what does new agents mean? Not new to Urban Nest, new to the business, right?
Yep.
So one of the issues we believe is it's not even against new agents. I think people come into the business thinking that it's easy and they're going to succeed, right? And I think the industry is partially at fault for that because they make it sound like it's sunshine and rainbows, where it's one of the hardest industries to be successful in, right? 9 out of 10 don't make it in the first 3 years. You've heard me talk about this numerous times. So we have limit, and what happens at other companies, and it's happened to us in the past, is if your company is made up of too many new agents, right? There's going to be a lot of time and energy given there, and then your seasoned agents are lacking some time and energy as well. So we wanted to find the balance between the two and not be that company where half of our agents are brand new agents. Mm-hmm. So what we did was we never had a ton of brand new agents. We have a completely amazing brand new agent program that we have started. Georgia has started to finalize with Danny, putting together. But what we said was no more than 5% of our company will be brand new agents. Yeah. So at any given time, 25 agents will be brand new.
In our program, because we have Georgia and Jennifer teaching our new agents, and we have a full lined up program. But one misconception I need to get out there.
Go for it.
A lot of brokers will say to me, oh, you're 100% you and Dave, so, you know, sometimes they train here, and then they come to you.
Good point.
I am tired of that. I'm not talking for all 100% companies, but I will tell you, Urban Nest has the most extensive training program for new agents, for seasoned agents. Did you see what we just said about about WFG? You are going to have more classes to enhance your business. I give a class. Danny gives a class. Georgia gives a class.
Multiple classes.
Jennifer gives a class. We have more training here than I would say 70% of those quote training companies. Yeah. And here's the big end, we don't charge for them.
No, we don't.
At other companies, you have to pay for the class to go to it. Ours, if you are with Urban Nest, are all free. It's a little pet peeve of mine because we get agents from the major companies and we have to retrain them because they were never trained.
Yep.
This company is about broker support for brokers, training classes, getting you to make more escrows than you did at your previous company.
And to do it in a way that you're going to do a fantastic, exceptional job where they're going to come back to you and use you and refer your friends.
And I'm not knocking any other companies, but
that it is a slight.
Slight is so wrong when it comes to
we'll train them up and we'll leave them. Like, we had to retrain everybody. Yeah. You know, it's unbelievable. And that's another thing. If there's only 25 newbies and people graduating out and some new ones coming in, you're not going to be stuck in a sea of brand new agents. You're not going to get lost in the crowd.
What higher expectations? Do you know that has 4 managers for 400 people? Agents come in, new agents have come in the last 3 months and they go, oh my God, I have never seen such support in all my life. So I'm not knocking anyone else, but don't let that fool you for Urban Nest. We train like crazy, and we train in the way to either let you know how to do real estate or how to make you succeed at a greater level.
It's a true commitment. That's why that commitment to quality came in, because it's becoming part of like everything I talk about. I was even saying, well, if you look at it qualitative versus quantitative, right? Mm-hmm. But, we talk about, you gotta love NAR. They did the danger report a couple of years ago, and they said the biggest threat to real estate industry are realtors. Mm-hmm. The fact that they're not trained, but NAR, in all fairness, they can't do too much. Maybe they don't do enough. However you slice it, everyone has identified the problem, mm-hmm. and no one's willing to take some tough decisions. This may, in the short run, cost us on our bottom line. If you think about it, less agents, right?
Oh, it may. It should.
Right. We're spending more per agent, right? And we're giving back more commission per agent. Why are you smiling?
Because I'm smiling because how long ago did we announce it?
A month ago, 2 months ago?
How many brokers have said we're going to do the same thing? How many?
I told you.
How many?
0 that I heard of.
0. Because what you're doing by
if you want to, we'll embrace you. We won't even be like, oh, you copied Urban Nest. We'll be like, I will literally be like
But the reason no one's saying what we're saying is because it's cutting off or limiting your income by limiting your agents. And
in all fairness to the brokers out there, the margins, especially for 100%, the margins are thin.
And if you invest in them to make more escrows, the margins increase.
But this is a long play.
It's a long play.
The long play is that we have the best version of themselves agents out there, living quality lives, taking care of their people, doing more business.
And it's so cool to see the agents succeed. We're doing 30, 40 open houses a weekend because the agents here are so embracing what we're doing and how we're doing it. So it's fun to watch.
And it changes the conversation. I mean, it changes the game. I hate that, like, I'm in part of all these Facebook groups, and if someone's like, oh, I'm thinking about going, like, I'm looking for a company, it's like being the only single girl at the bar, night at Roxbury. You have every guy just being like, oh, come here, we do this. And it's like, this agent hasn't done a deal, and they're all fighting because that agent count. The agent count game is a zero-sum game.
It is.
It doesn't get you to where you want to go.
And when you're talking about the prenup and ask them, we sit in our interviews and we talk about our exit policy. Yeah. And they look at us like we're insane. Wait a minute, we didn't hire on, but we're giving you ask about exit policy. Ask what happens to you if it doesn't work out. Because that's when the love affair starts to diminish, when you hear what happens to you. Yep. If it does. So ask that question. Don't be that little...
Read your contracts, because everyone doesn't, they just sign it, you got to read your contracts. What I love about this shows how selfless agents are. They know real estate contracts inside and out, but they don't read their own contracts when they sign on.
And when they come here and I go, what's your exit policy? You know what most agents say? I got to dig that contract up and find it because I never read it and I don't know where it is.
I like saying is, everyone's always sunshine and rainbows when I'm trying to get you over to our company. Right? This is what we offer. This is how we treat you. It's like the full
puppies and kittens.
It's the wine and dine, right? But the true measure of the man, the woman, the company is how they treat you when you say no to them, right? And it's so easy. And if you're competing brokers out there, we're going to give you a free tip. Treat them exactly the same on the way out. Literally someone can walk into the lobby right now and say, Dave and Dave, I love you, but I'm going to go to company X because agent Y, they want me on their team, and I'm going to get X amount of potential deals. We're going to be like, we're so sorry to hear that. We're going to give them their physical license right then and there. We're not going to make you go through 3 exit interviews. We're not going to mail your license down to the division and put you out of business for 10 days and play games with you. We're going to say, here you go, here's your license.
Sign over your ER available listings and give them so you could have those listings in your new company and then pay you exactly the same
whatever you
as
got with
what
us,
you have in escrow.
There's no like, how do I get out?
No one's in the kitchen whispering, nope.
Because, we're going to give you 100% of your commission. So we're not going to say is, oh, you're leaving us now, we're taking 50%. So now you're like, oh my God, I got to give up all this money. I can't get out. Now you're unhappy. It's like being in an abusive relationship.
It is. We have an agent that wants to come and it wants to get out, and it has 3 escrows that it knows will go down to like 35% in the company that they're at now. So I'm not divulging anything, but when you have to go through that pressure, that's not the way it's supposed to be.
No. And you know, we give you a hug, and this is literally how it goes down. Now, if we don't give you a hug, we probably don't want you to come back.
Exactly.
And that's us, right? But we give you a hug, and we're like, listen, if things don't work out, this is a long-term relationship, and really, come back if it doesn't work out. Because would you say, I was thinking about this the other day, would you, this is a big thing. I've said this about you in every speech I've done for you. I've said it that this is my goal in every leadership role I had. And I think this is probably the way we treat unconsciously everything we do. Do you feel like every agent we come across, we leave them better than we found them?
I will say that we leave them more trained and more schooled in the ethics of real estate than when they...
So we leave them better than we found them.
Yes.
Right? Well, I know it's idealistic. I know it's lofty. I know, like, if you don't know the two of us, maybe you don't even believe us. But I will tell you this. We have been committed to this, not for a year, not for 2 years. He's been committed to this from the day I was born. I've seen him do it for 40 years. I've been lucky to have a front row seat.
April will be 42 years.
Yeah. I've been lucky to have a front row seat and be observant that you could do things the right way and still be very successful. That made a huge difference in my life. That is how I modeled myself as a man
So
and adult.
can I get, the earliest you get your license is 18? So I'm 60. Okay. I just wanted to get the numbers right.
So, you know, I was thinking, I'm not a big Belichick and Brady fan, but you're the same age as Belichick, and I'm the same age as Brady. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, now you're giving Danny
So
ammo.
we just keep winning titles. It's just the right thing to do. And if you break it down to 2 things, which he's taught me and what we try to teach our agents, is do the work and do the right thing, and everything else will take care of itself.
You bet.
All right, that's our special Tuesday edition of the Dave and Dave Show. Super excited about WFG. Give them a shout out. And we're super excited about what we're doing at this company. If you're looking to be a part of it, reach out to myself, my father, Georgia. On social media, you can call us at our main office, 702-853-2444, confidential interview, and we'll take care of you.
And tomorrow I'll be at WCR.
Oh, yeah.
So with Jennifer Hill.
At the luncheon.
So at the luncheon. So all you WCRs and thinking of joining, we are definitely in love with them and trying to promote. So tomorrow we'll be there.
Great organization. Thanks. Have a great week.